Hello and welcome back to the latest episode of LIsburn Distillery Television, which this week is a double header, and that features match highlights from two games as opposed to the usual one. The featured games include the Whites' most recent game away to Larne Tech Old Boys in the Steel and Sons Cup competition, but before that let's travel back to Saturday the 20th of September when we made our debut in this season's Irish Cup competition in a second round match at home to Strabane Athletic. Strabane's record in the Irish Cup has been good in the last few seasons, and there was no doubt going into this game that this was going to be a hard game for the Distillery. Anyhow, let's see how they get on. Here's the match highlights. So as we expected, a hard fought contest, but thankfully one from which we emerged victorious, and in doing so we moved into round 3 of this season's Irish Cup competition. Our reward for winning the game is an away draw in the third round to fellow Premier Intermediate League side Doddingstown, a side whom we have of course already met once this season, in a game which finished 1-0 to Distillery. But it was a very tight game, so we expect much more of the same when the sides meet once again in the Irish Cup. Okay, time to move on now to game number 2, as we headed off to Larne to vie for a quarter-final place in this season's Steel and Sons Cup. The venue on this occasion was Dennis Harvey Park, the opposition Larne Tech Old Boys, and here's the highlights from that one. So a 2-2 draw after 90 minutes meant that the game had to go to extra time, and when that extra time failed to produce any more goals, the game was destined to be decided on a penalty shootout. We joined the action once again with both sides having scored their first 3 penalties. Here's how the rest of that shootout panned out.
Alright. For the floor. On his leg. Come on, Jonah.
Disappointment then for the Whites at the end of this one, but let's be honest here and admit that over the 90 minutes and indeed into extra time, the best side won on the day. The Whites were disjointed, lacklustre, lacked creativity, and for me anyhow there was no one who left the pitch with any credit. What makes that even more frustrating is that we have a very talented squad of players, but on Saturday for some reason they just didn't perform. Anyhow, from here we move on, and next up for Distillery it's a return to league action with a difficult away game to Banbridge Town. This game takes place this Saturday, it's the 12th of October, with kick-off at 3 o'clock PM, and as ever your support for the Whites would be appreciated on the day. So finally, before we go today, some brief information that we are holding our first managers lunch of the season on Saturday the 19th of October, ahead of our Intermediate Cup game against Glebe Rangers. Given the early kick-off of that game, the lunch will start at around 12 o'clock PM, and further details on how to book your space to attend this event can be found on the club's social media. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks so much for joining us once again, and hopefully we'll see you all again next time round. Until the next time, it's bye for now. Come on, you Whites.